I think for us, the big thing is make sure that we're controlling the ball well on our side of the net, keeping our errors low, making more positive plays on the ball. And that's what we've been trying to do this week, is really work on that, implementing some new offensive things, some new defensive things. And that's what we just continue to challenge them with is as we grow and as we learn that we can continue taking our game up a notch, and learn some new things and implement some new things. So we're working on mastering, our contacts, or making positive contacts, and then moving on from there.
Did they do a lot of things better than you thought they would for a first weekend?
Specifically, it took us about the first match. I think once that first match was out of the way, we started to find our groove and our rhythm a little bit in the way we wanted to push a tempo of a match. And I guess what I wasn't quite expecting was that we would be in good enough shape to do that for all 3 matches, and we were. We were in really good shape. So that was the most impressive thing, was that their work from the summer has really paid off. 'Cause it's not like that happened in 2 weeks, So I think their hard work in the spring, and then everybody working out together over the summer, getting in the gym every day on their own, with our strength coach, Nick. You could just really see that pay off, because we were going a lot faster than people wanted to go. So
I imagine probably the biggest thing was just seeing them come away from that weekend feeling good about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've talked about
confidence.
And
like what you'll see, you've seen us a lot, so what you'll see is a more calm and composed group of people that I think have a lot more trust and faith in one another, after they've played together quite a bit, and we've got some new pieces of the puzzle that have just fit in nicely. And so, in situations where we used to get really, really rattled, we don't. So that's nice. That means we're maturing a little bit. So
I know Jordan Anderson, obviously, she's played at a high level before, and I imagine you didn't think she'd be phased at all. First weekend. Appears that she wasn't. Did she do pretty much what you expected?
Yeah, I think the question mark always when you go in for the first time is, she's competed at a high level, but college is college. It's all 3 out of 5, and it's you got the full warm up before that's a little bit tougher, and the travel that you put into it, and all those types of things. And the other part of it for her is she's a big piece of the puzzle. So she touches the ball a lot. She plays all 6 rotations, so she defends and she passes. We're passing 2 people, so that means and one of those is Anna, so a lot of people are wanting to stay away from her because she's a libero, so Jordan, they go after her a lot, and she just handled it great. I think she's really, really steady, and it's really what we needed. So that was the most pleasant surprise for me, that in every situation we were in, she stayed steady.
Didn't seem like there were any jitters or anything.
No. I think we had one set there in the second set of the first match we played. We weren't playing really well. We were erring a lot. They weren't really doing anything. We just weren't playing good volleyball. And so when it got down to crunch time, I think you could see us, kind of freak out a little bit, and got that out of our system. We were in more situations like that later on in the tournament. Not to where we were playing poorly, but some tight situations late in the set. And I think we handled those really, really well, and I think it showed a lot of trust from our staff to the players to make sure we were communicating that with them. And I think they showed a lot of trust and faith in each other. So that's what you want in crunch time.
You tell the players seem to be pretty pumped about, debuting here this weekend and being the only team in town.
Yeah, it's nice to be at home. Mountaineer Invitational is typically the first weekend that we play, but we don't want to host the same weekend as football. It's a lot for facilities people to handle. So it's pushed back a week, but Mountaineer Invitational is something we want to win every year. You got that little Mountaineer statue that you want to keep in the locker room, and so we're fired up about it and ready to get after it on our home court finally.